Howdy, howdy, and welcome back for this week's PvP tier list breakdown. I think I said that right. All right. We got FaytScar back with me again. How's it going, buddy?
Yo, what's up? How's everybody's Sunday? Hope you guys are having a great week.
Well, technically Monday on when the video go live, but yeah.
Hey, we record, it's live, and it's always awesome.
Yeah, we are live on Twitch. So if you do want to come hang out with us on Twitch on those Sunday evenings when we do this tier list breakdown for you people that wants to hang out and not just wait until Monday when it goes live in the morning, then yeah, come hang out. But we're gonna sit and go over the last week's. Well, take a look at last week's tier list, what we had going on here, and from what I recall from it, we had a lot of heroes starting to come into the meta, and some kind of moving around. We had a few things go down, a few things go up, but mostly the same standard things. All of the boosters are S tier. The most common DPS are S tier, and then the most broken DPS are S tier, and then we have everything else that's either common and pretty strong, or just like common but more towards the bottom, or kind of uncommon but you see them.
Exactly.
So let's go ahead over and just kind of look at the top 20 and what's going on currently with the top 20 and what people are using on their defenses, what are they max building, and all of that good stuff. As you look, you're gonna notice a trend with a few things. As we go through, you will see something that looks a little different from what we have seen in previous weeks, and that is the that we have two new heroes, or rather one new hero, but a new version, but two versions of her, and that is Sophie. We have the blue and the light Sophie. So I definitely want to ask you, what's your thoughts on the blue and light Sophie right now on FaytScar?
As of right now, Blue Sulfie is extremely dominant, especially going towards the top of the top 50. Just for the simple fact her S2 is an AoE stun. And once your whole team is stunned, it's a GG for you.
Exactly.
And then as far as the light one, I've only seen Bengda because he's a super mega whale with the light one, but that's about it. I haven't really seen too many of her yet.
Now I can say I've seen two other people that has her. About two other people so far. She's not super common yet, but she is a pretty expensive hero. But she is one that some of our seasoned whales have picked up. Now,
Right.
I can say for a lot of people that has been running Frem in their defenses, they probably opt out of Frem for the Blue Sophie just because she's a better stun. Not only does she does it on skill 2, she does it on her burst, and she's a striker, so she can add in more damage that Frem can't add in. She can't have the
Exactly.
tankiness, but she can definitely dish out a little more damage, which makes her a stellar option to have in your team comp.
Yeah, and another hero that you're going to be seeing a lot more common is going to be that blue 9. Just for the simple fact you can build him super speedy, and if he outspeeds the other team, as soon as he hits him with that S2, everybody's provoked. It's a really good combo.
Exactly. The Blue Nine, it shocked me that people started to pick up and really understand how his usage is and the power of the AoE provoke. Just having him super fast, and and then he could be built for a little bit of damage, but just tanky as well for a little more survival. Because once you get the provoke up, you're not really worried about if you can dish out a lot of damage because you have them provoked. They can't do nothing, so you can like chip away at them. You can snipe some targets. You can nuke some targets. You can do whatever you need to do to finish them off. So if you build in a team that's fast overall, rather than a team that's like where you have your boosters fast, but you have this one damage dealer that's kind of slow, but they just have maximum damage. You don't have to worry about that. You can go fast and have a little less damage and still clear defenses, or rather keep your defense protected with something like that, long as you can cut or outspeed.
Exactly, and with the blue 9, he's a warrior, so he's gonna have that revenge set. So when you hit him, he's gonna hit you with that S1, and he's gonna gain that shield.
Yeah, and having shields is it's it's kind of decent. It's kind of decent to have a shield just because it mitigates a lot of the damage that you could possibly take. And after going through all of the skill twos, a lot of heroes just doesn't have that much damage on their skill ones. Unlike using the green lapis because he's just broken. But a lot of heroes
Yeah,
don't have it. So since they don't have it, then they're gonna be a problem trying to finish off the rest of the enemy team. But I
yeah,
had
that's why the provoke on blue 9 is so good, because that S1, if he gets hit and it's because he's provoked somebody, the S1 from somebody else is not really going to kill him. And if he counter attacks, he's going to get that shield to help him survive other attacks as well if he's provoked like the whole team. So it'll allow you to survive that one turn and get off your S2s or your S3s.
then some heroes I didn't expect to see a little commonly, or rather, I wouldn't say common, but for people to just been building them and maxing them out and just seeing more of them, especially in the top 50, was the light Johan and the red Mei Ling. Now I can see people, and hey, here's one now. I can see people building the light Johan because yeah, any hero can do damage, and with his burst, he can kind of buff himself a bit, which is kind of cool. And then AOE attack break can hinder the damage that the opponent can do. So with a tankier team, it can be a little more beneficial. I suppose it all depends on what you're going for when building her. But it baffles me with the red Mei Ling. Like I still not quite getting like what makes her a pick to go on your defense, because like I'm familiar with her and she's great for like the raid and everything, but PvP there are a few people that's using her and it's just a little bit shocking for me that she is being picked up.
It's probably because they did build her for that raid, and it's just because they have her built that they're throwing her on the defense.
Yeah, it could
It's
be.
just like another AoE hero that they have to do some damage, maybe to soften your team up for the next AoE to go.
Yeah, yeah, that's the only thing that I can honestly think of. Then we have Benga that just like completely just decided, I guess they just didn't want to be at the top anymore. At least from what I was hearing from some people within the community, that like he just kind of like gave up on PvP. Still kind of does it, but not really. So he's no longer like the number one dude in the global server, but he still chills in the top 100.
Yeah, he was just like at that 16 spot that you were at, and I think it's just more of I've held this for so long at such a high like gap between me and number two that it's time for somebody else to take over.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, like he's one of the like you were saying before, he's one of the few that has the light Sophie currently. I mean, it is what it is. It's like he had his glory for as long as he had it for several weeks now. So now it's time to just let these other guys get their shine, and we'll just see how things shake up. Because there are a lot of new faces, and a lot of the people that were at the top no longer at the top. Most of which I would still say in the top 100, but not as high as they once were in the top 100. Like even myself, like I have a hard time breaking top 20. Generally, I'm floating around somewhere within the top 50, between 50 and 30. Granted, I do some attacks to keep myself above 50, but usually it's somewhere between 50 and 30 where I'm usually chilling at. And sometimes I get up to maybe 21 and can't break that 20 mark at times. But usually it's something like that.
Yeah, I'm chilling in between that 50 and 31 spot. It just all depends. I know how like some of these people's defense are working, so I know what to target and how to target them. And also, it looked like Banga switched out. What was it? His AOE defense break for the light one, the light Sophie, because she has that AOE defense break on her S2.
Right, right. And it's pretty standard. Definitely seeing a little more activity from the Dark Helga. I still want to see her kind of like show up more often, especially after getting her ascension. I just don't think people are picking up on her. She's not as common as Dark Nine is still, but I definitely want to see her get some kind of activity a little more than what she was before.
Yeah, definitely people need to start looking at like not just PvP when it comes to like these heroes. They need to see like the overall picture. Like she's gonna be really good for the new obelisk content too,
Yeah,
just for the simple fact that she can take extra turns.
that extra turns that she get is going to help her there. And since you will be building her to be strong there, she's going to transfer over into your PvP just as well. So she'll be a good one for some of you guys to pick up on and use. So let's go ahead and get into what should be what where we should be placing heroes, if heroes need to be moved up, down, or all around on the tier list and everything in between. So let's start with our new ones, both of the Sophies.
Definitely, I believe Water Sophie should be either S tier or have her own tier, just for the simple fact of how strong her stuns are.
Her stars are pretty broke. And then keep in mind, she has one of the highest base speeds in the game. So you can literally build her to be faster than a turn bar booster and have her go first in stun, or have her, go after your turn bar booster in stun. So she can definitely shake up some things if people want to do that. That's a little bit of the knowledge that I want to drop in for some people to try to.
Right, just focus on that speed and that debuff rate, and you should be fine with Sophie.
I personally don't think that she should be in a tier of her own, but I do think she probably should be somewhere between A and S, just because of just all of what she provide and being faster on her base, just like the Green Mei Ling at 110 speed on base, and no other hero in the game outside of skill ups into Chrome is faster. So she definitely wins in that category. So yeah, I drop her in the S for now. She's definitely everywhere in the top 100. So she probably deserves something like that, something between S and A, I would say. And then the light Sophie.
Light, with the AOE defense break, I think that's like a high A tier. And also her burst ignores defense, so she's also a good cleaver too if you want to run her that way.
Yeah. Since she's the newest one on the block, I won't give her S, just because she should be just brokenly OP. Because I mean, she cost 3 million renown, and the last 3 million renown hero is busted. So I'm only expecting her to be just as bustedly broken as that hero. As we see more of her and more of what she's capable of doing, then probably it just move her up off the strength of she's just expensive, and if you can afford to buy her, then it's like, yeah, might as well be up there, right?
Exactly.
Uh, so yeah, definitely a slap her into A for now. Now, I think personally that the Blue Nine should be moved up into A. I don't think he's B anymore, because he's definitely shaking up some things in his last week.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna suggest next. Is A, he definitely needs to go up to A, just for the simple fact that AOE provoke. If you can get that off on like the whole team, you're not moving, just like with the stun, or you're not gonna do what you need to do because you're provoked.
Yeah, and he's another hero that's going to do very well in the obelisk. And the only other hero outside of him with an AoE provoke that's not on their burst is the green water. And he's a few contracts away, which he's a strong PvP unit. Like I've been looking at the Korean PvP recently, and he's there a lot more now than what he was prior to. And then he's gonna be solid for the obelisk as well. So for people in the future that has been thinking that he was bad, because more likely I said that he was just bad and he just didn't have content outside of PvP. Well, yeah, he's definitely can be something decent for your PvP as well as for your obelisk now. So don't rule the green water out and being a stellar unit in the future.
Right, and then also for the story as well, because you can provoke some bosses and have them attack people. So Blue Nine, Walter, and whoever else has that provoke, like Light Johan on his S1, are really good units for PVE, not
Yeah.
just PvP.
There's the Dark Rosanna that has it on her burst.
That as well, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it works out pretty well. Her being a guardian, her being a guardian, makes it pretty good. Makes it pretty good because she could just mitigate a lot of the damage. Same with the green water, but like the extra sustain and capability of damage from Blue Nine is pretty strong, almost busted just because he's a warrior. That's it. I don't really think there's been too much else unless you think someone else. Well, oh no, the light Johan and the red Mei Ling can't forget them. Like I know neither one of these heroes need to be in C. Now I'm not sure if they should be B or A because it's like I'm seeing them, but I'm not quite sure if they really up there like that. I want to say B for right now. They are in the top. I do see them both within the top 50, top 20, um, as well as throughout the rankings. But I'm not sure. Like, what is your thoughts? Have you had any experiences with them this week?
Yeah, I see the Light Johan paired with his brother a lot, the Red Johan. I see those two running together, and then the Mailing every now and then, not too often though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
And
think I
then I think Fram might have to drop down to B since she's starting to be replaced by that light the blue Sulfy.
yeah, big facts, man. Big facts. She's definitely not as common as she was before.
Yeah, somebody better came along and was like, "Yo, I've got double the stuns." Push her to the back.
Like you're okay, but this is my party now. You just stick to the raid, fam. I got this right here.
Yeah, exactly. Like the only other way that Fram is probably competing her with like stuns if you put shot gear on Fram so that her S3 also has a chance to stun, but that's about it.
Yeah, and generally the average build is for Fram to be fast, go in, stun the team up, and then keep it moving. You're really not trying to use her for her burst. So it's like, yeah, man, shot gear could be an extra chance, even if she don't stun off her S2. If she doesn't stun off of that, maybe she procs the stun chance off the shot gear. I'm not sure if it works that way. I haven't tested nothing out like that, but I would assume that it does. If one doesn't go, you still have the chance to proc.
I think the list is starting to finally fill itself out and everybody's starting to get their role in PvP.
Yeah, a little bit more. Still ain't seeing no red Helga. Like I think I saw like one, but I like to see more of her too. Like she's not there yet. I definitely like to see her kind of show up and do something, and then of course nobody's playing with the red and the green bird. At least nobody I know. And then Green Pup is probably the worst hero in the game.
He's
So
good for that little initial push, and then you're just immediately replacing him.
yeah, that's it. You use him for like a short time and then he's gone. So I mean, unless you got anything to say, I guess we can wrap it up here.
I think it's a pretty good list right now, and maybe next week people move up, move down because of they're finding the light Sophie's AOE defense break better. But other than that, that's all I got.
All right. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this week's tier list meta breakdown. I love when we get new things. It's exciting because like the whole week just goes kind of crazy when we get new heroes and everything. So it was like expected but unexpected all at the same time. So if you did enjoy it, make sure you smash that like button. Don't forget to go check out FaytScar. His information will be in the description box below. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, turn those post notifications on so you can be the first to see this meta tier list stuff every Monday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. And this is your host, Gamer Dude 2088, signing out. Much love. God bless.